Hello and welcome to this instructional video guide for the University of Leicester's online disclosure tool, Report and Support. When you open the system, for example by typing in this web address, this is the home page you will see. In this video guide, we will discuss the different functions of the system, clarify how it can be used, and explain what will happen when a disclosure is submitted. This system is designed for students to disclose incidents of unacceptable behaviour that they have experienced or witnessed, which may have caused concern and/or distress. We will provide some examples later in this video. Some points to note at this stage are that this system is not to be used in the case of an emergency. In those circumstances, the usual mechanisms apply, as noted here. Also, although this is a system to disclose information about incidents involving unacceptable behaviour, submission of information on this system does not trigger any formal reporting processes. In order to get a better sense of the system, we would encourage you, once this video is complete, to have a look through yourself and familiarise yourself with it, should you or someone you know need it in the future. As an overview of the general functions of the system before we go into detail, please refer to the tabs at the top of the page. These sections are also accessed through scrolling down on the home page. The sections of the system which can be used to provide support are the Report tab, the Support pages, the Campaign section, and the Leave Site option. The Support pages provide general information about the system, give more information and examples of unacceptable behaviours, and provide some information outlining current processes. The Campaign section provides more information about the initiative and team responsible for the Report and Support system and the team responsible for supporting students who have disclosed through the system. This is the Standing Together team. This team managed the university-wide initiative to tackle unacceptable behaviours and support students affected by them. If you need to leave the system at any point, you can do so by using this option, which will take you to the Google homepage. If you were to close this tab at any time during your information input, this information will not be saved, so this is an option to you as well. In order to submit your information to disclose, you will need to use the Report tab at the top of the site, or you can access this from scrolling down on the homepage. When you are at this stage of your disclosure, please make sure you read all of the information on this page. This will tell you about the processes followed depending on whether you want to stay anonymous or leave your contact details. It will discuss how your data is stored, linking to our privacy policy, and how you can get in touch with any questions you may have, as well as what the next steps will be. The first part of your disclosure is to choose who you are disclosing on behalf of. You are able to do this on behalf of yourself or on behalf of someone else. This someone else option might be particularly useful for staff to share information students have disclosed to them, either just to make us aware or for us to be able to offer tailored professional support. For the purpose of this video, we will select on behalf of myself. The questions for both options are the same, just worded slightly differently. The overview information from the previous page is then repeated to try and ensure it is read properly. There are then a following 12 questions, as shown by the tracker bar at the top, which will ask about yourself or the person you're disclosing on behalf of, the incident or incidents you want to share information about, and ask you whether you want to leave contact details or not. All questions have multiple choice answers, so you are not required to provide detailed information at this stage. As this system is primarily for students or to be used by staff on behalf of students, the questions are guided around this. So the first and second questions ask about your student status and academic college. If you are a student and completing this information on behalf of another student, please complete the information in a way that relates to them, not you. For example, by selecting their academic college and not yours. Questions 3 and 4 then ask some basic demographic information, such as gender identity and age group. Questions 5 to 10 then ask about the incident or incidents specifically, but again, only brief information is required at this stage. Please note you will have to select answers to most questions before moving on to the next question, as stated here, but please just do this to the best of your ability, knowledge, and memory. This is also the case when categorizing the incident type. There are some suggested definitions in the question marks next to each incident type, and you are able to select more than one option. Again, with the time frame and location of the incident, please just answer as accurately as you can. Please note this system can be used for incidents that didn't occur recently and/or on university campus, so you can disclose any relevant information that you would like us to know about and/or that you would like support for. If you know the person responsible for the unacceptable behaviour, and you can share with us whether you've already spoken to somebody else about this, this can help tailor support options for you. Finally, questions 11 and 12 are in relation to whether you want to leave an email address or not. If you do, you can select yes, and the email box will be made available for you to fill in. This will mean that once your responses are submitted, the Standing Together team will be in touch within 2 working days to offer an options conversation. An options conversation is a discussion with a trained caseworker from Student Support Services who will talk you through your formal reporting and support options, both internally and external to the university. You won't be asked to provide a full account of what happened, just specific details that will allow your caseworker to provide you with your options and support you through these options. Your caseworker will guide you through this whole process. If you don't want to leave an email address at this time, you can select no, and this will mean that we will retain the information you've submitted so that we can be aware of what's happening in relation to unacceptable behaviours, but we won't be able to offer you specific support. If you want to remain anonymous, you will be asked for the reason for this so we can gather this information and better support students moving forward. When all questions are completed, you should send your disclosed information and make sure you see these messages here and here. This means your information will have been sent to the Standing Together team who will respond accordingly. Those are the main functions of the report and support system, but please do have a look through in more detail at your leisure. If you have any questions or feedback, please email standingtogether@le.ac.uk. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was of use.